I was really excited when Stampin' Up! Released their premier scoring tool, Simply Scored. Now they've gone one better and given us the diagonal plate. The ability to score diagonal lines opens up a whole new world of possibilities, including my favorite, handmade envelopes. Before Simply Scored, let me show you what I used to do. I created templates using grid paper for each size envelope I needed to make. I drew lines on it that would show me, when I put my paper in position, just where I needed to score. I had to have a separate one for each size and shape that I wanted. Needless to say, now I can toss these old templates, because with the diagonal plate, it will allow me to create envelopes of any size that I want. The instruction sheet even gives you measurements for a few different cards, and once you get the idea of how an envelope is constructed, you'll be able to adjust those measurements to the size that you want. So I'm going to show you how to make an envelope for the standard size 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card. I've cut a piece of designer series paper 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. Actually, the directions say to use a square that is 7 3/4 by 7 3/4. I got the dimension of 8 1/4 from an envelope I took apart to make up my template. But 7 3/4 is plenty large enough. I like using designer series paper because it makes a nice weight. Although very vanilla or whisper white cardstock will work as well. It'll just be a little heavier and stiffer. Now with designer series paper, I want to be careful not to press too hard or I'll tear the paper. I've placed markers at 3 1/8 inch and 4 1/8 inches. And then I'm going to take my stylus and score in the groove by the first marker, turn it 180 degrees, and score at that marker again. Then I'm going to turn just a 1/4 turn here, or 90 degrees, and I'm going to score at the second marker. Turn it 180 again, and make my final score. And you can see that this will give me an envelope that is the right size for my cards. Once you have the score lines made, you need to cut out the little triangles where the score lines meet. Then you fold and crease with your bone folder all of the score lines. Fold these side flaps in and the bottom flap up. Now you can see how I've cut this bottom flap so it just meets the side flaps instead of sticking up in a point. And that's it. You glue the sides together and put your card in, glue the flap down, and you have a beautiful envelope to go with your card. It's so simple with Simply Scored. If you're ready to add this awesome tool to your craft room, just go to www.stampingmadly.com and click on the Shop Online link. Happy stamping!